Hi, welcome to Skanda Happy Learning. So far, we have discussed the external structure of the kidney and shape of the kidney, the next size of the kidney, and also we have discussed the location of the kidney. The right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney due to the presence of liver above the right kidney. So now let us discuss the internal structure of the kidney. If you observe the internal structure of the kidney, first of all collect the kidney from the butcher shop, fresh kidney. Then next wash it thoroughly. Then cut it with the help of a sharp blade longitudinal section. Then observe the internal structure of the kidney. It has the two major regions. The one is dark colored zone. The dark colored zone is called cortex. This part, the dark colored zone is called cortex, and the pale zone, it has medulla. Each kidney, it has the two distinctive regions. One is cortex, dark colored zone is called cortex, and pale zone is known as medulla. And observe each kidney, it has the microscopic, thin, fine, tubular functional units called nephrons. Nearly 1.3 to 1.8 millions of the nephrons are present in each kidney. Then next, let us discuss the structure of the nephron. So now let us discuss the nephron. Nephron is the structural and functional unit of the kidney. Why nephron is called structural and functional unit of the kidney? Each kidney is made up of the 1.3 to 1.8 millions of the nephrons, and it gives a structure to the kidney. That's why it is called structural unit of the kidney. And the nephron, it involves in the regulate the water, and the substances which are dissolved in the water are filtered by the kidney. So that's why the nephron is known as the structural and functional unit of the kidney. Then next, if you observe, this is the structure of the nephron. The nephron, it has the two major parts. One is Malpighian body, and the second one is renal tubules. Renal tubules. Each nephron, it has the two main parts. One is Malpighian body, and the second one is renal tubules. But what is Malpighian body? Malpighian body, this part, this upper part is known as the Malpighian body. That means the cup shape, blind cup shape, broad end of the nephron, that is called Bowman's capsule. This part, this cup shape structure is known as Bowman's capsule. The next, it is made up of a squamous epithelium tissue. It consists the very tiny cells, the called podocyte cells, which are helpful in the process of filtration. The next, if you observe here, we can find out here the bunch of fine blood capillaries. We call it as glomerulus. This Bowman's capsule plus glomerulus together called Malpighian body. What is Malpighian body? Malpighian body is nothing but the Bowman's capsule plus glomerulus. So together called Malpighian body. If you observe the glomerulus, this is the glomerulus. The glomerulus is formed by the afferent arteriole. It is formed by the afferent arteriole. The next, the glomerulus, it gives another arteriole that is called efferent arteriole. The diameter of the afferent arteriole is more is compared with the diameter of the efferent arteriole. Then next, let's see the renal tubules. What are the renal tubules? So from here we see, so the tube-like structure up to here, that is renal tubules. These renal tubules are, three renal tubules are present. Each nephron, it has three renal tubules. They are, one is PCT from here to here. So that is called PCT. The PCT stands for proximal convoluted tubule. So PCT stands for proximal convoluted tubule. Then next here there is a U shape, the bending tube, we call it as a loop of Henle. From here then we see another the convoluted tubule, that is called DCT. DCT stands for distal convoluted tubule. Around these renal tubules are surrounded by the fine blood capillaries, we call it as peritubular capillaries. These peritubular capillaries are joined into the renal venule. Renal venules are joined into the main vein, we call it as renal vein. Okay, the next here DCT, which is open into collecting tube. From the collecting tube it is open into pelvis. From the pelvis it open into ureters. From the ureter it goes to urinary bladder, and from the urinary bladder it goes to urethra. Through urethra it goes outside. So let's see once again. So nephron, it has the two major parts. One is Malpighian body. What is Malpighian body? Bowman's capsule plus glomerulus together called Malpighian body. This shape, the cup shape, is nothing but a Bowman's capsule. Inside we find out the bunch of blood capillaries, we call it as glomerulus. This is Bowman's capsule plus glomerulus together called Malpighian body. This glomerulus, it is formed by the afferent arteriole. Then next to this glomerulus it form another arteriole, we call it as efferent arteriole. The diameter of the afferent arteriole is more is compared with the efferent arteriole. Then next to it has the renal tubules. How many renal tubules it has? 3 renal tubules. One is PCT. So from here to here, so we see the bending tube like structure, we call it as PCT. PCT stands for proximal convoluted tubule. Then next to here we see the U-shaped tube like structure, we call it as loop of Henle. Then next, so here from here to here, so this is called DCT. DCT stands for distal convoluted tubule. So around the renal tubule we find out, I have drawn with yellow violet color. So around the renal tubule we find out the fine blood capillaries. These are known as peritubular capillaries. The peritubular capillaries are joined into renal venule. The renal venule join into the main vein, renal vein. Through the renal vein it goes to heart. Okay, so here DCT, which open into the collecting tube. Okay, then collecting tube to urine, it entered into the pelvis. From the pelvis it goes to ureter, ureter to urinary bladder, urinary bladder to urethra. Then the urine goes outside. So this is the structure of the nephron. Please do subscribe. Thank you.